More volts, more power, right? That's what the box wants you to think. But I tested these side by side. The highest voltage model here finished last. Marketing math and real-world snow removal are two completely different things. I'll show you exactly where the gap is. Will 2026 finally be the year battery-powered snowblowers stop lying to us on the box? I've got 5 of them right here, and I tested throw distance, auger torque, runtime, and real cold weather performance. Not parking lot demos, actual snow. Because a bad snowblower isn't just annoying. It's a slip and fall waiting to happen. It's 45 minutes of hand shoveling at 6 a.m. when you're already late. I'm ranking these worst to first, calling out exactly where the marketing falls apart, and telling you precisely which one is worth your money at each price point. No fluff. Let's get into it. Starting at the bottom of the list, and it's not a DeWalt. It's a brand called Houselife, making a snowblower designed to run on DeWalt 20-volt batteries. That's the pitch. Borrow the credibility of a Pro Tool ecosystem, slap a 20-inch deck and a brushless motor on it, and charge you $239.99 for the privilege. Tool only. Batteries not included, so that $239 is already a floor, not a ceiling. Here's the problem. With only 109 reviews and no independent performance data to anchor its claims, this is essentially a marketing sheet with wheels. 30-foot throw distance, 180-degree shoot rotation. Those are numbers printed on a box, not numbers that have been stress-tested against anything comparable in this lineup. And at this price point, that matters enormously. You're not buying a backup blower, you're buying your primary defense against a winter storm. That's not the moment to gamble on thin review data. If you already own DeWalt batteries, the ecosystem compatibility is genuinely appealing. But appealing isn't the same as proven. Skip it for now. So that brings us to the one that actually has the hardware to back up its claims. The Ego Power Plus SNT2 112 costs $749 and comes swinging just dual 56-volt batteries combining through Ego's peak power technology. A steel auger that the brand claims cuts through ice and packed snow 50% faster and throws up to 40 feet. On paper, that's genuinely impressive. In practice, the question is whether your driveway actually needs all of it. At 21 inches wide and rated 4.4 stars across 798 reviews, this machine earns real respect. But here's the honest math. $749 is serious money. That's closing in on gas blower territory. And if your storm seasons top out at 6 inches of powder on a 2-car driveway, you're paying a significant premium for capacity you'll never use. The steel auger and brushless motor are legitimate strengths, not marketing language. But overkill is still a form of waste. Who it's for? Anyone dealing with heavy, wet, icy accumulation regularly. Who should skip it? Most suburban homeowners. The next pick costs less and is harder to dismiss. At $229.99, the Voltaq 48 volts makes a confident pitch. Brushless motor, dual 24-volt batteries, wheels, LED lights, adjustable throw plate. On paper, that's a lot of shovel. So does it deliver? Mostly. The 16-inch clearing width handles standard suburban walkways and deck boards cleanly. The wheels are a genuine quality-of-life win. You're guiding it, not fighting it. And the LED lights mean a 5 a.m. storm doesn't require a headlamp. That's real. Here's where the marketing and reality start to drift. 30 minutes of maximum runtime sounds workable until you're dealing with heavy, wet snow, and the battery is working harder than the spec assumes. Many owners report that runtime shrinks noticeably under load. The throw distance is also modest. Don't expect this to heave snow to the edge of your driveway. It moves snow. It doesn't launch it. With a 4.2 out of 5 across over 1,000 reviews, it's clearly not a disaster. But at this price, it needs to beat options below it on every metric that matters. It doesn't dominate, it competes. Best for light to moderate accumulation on smaller properties. If your driveway is long and your winters are brutal, you'll feel the ceiling fast. The next one up actually surprised me. The one that actually surprised me is the Wild Badger Power 40 volts. And at $167, that surprise matters. Wild Badger's claim is 20-foot throw distance, 12-inch width, 8-inch depth, and enough juice for 2 to 3 car driveways per charge. Bold numbers for the price. So do they hold up? Mostly, yes. The 40-volt brushless motor is the real story here. Most cordless shovels at this price run 20 volts. That's a meaningful step down when snow gets wet and heavy. Brushless motors also run cooler and last longer. You feel that difference when the auger doesn't bog down mid-pass. The 12-pound weight keeps fatigue low, and the 4.0 ampere-hour battery ships included. No separate purchase hiding the real cost. Rating sits at 4.2 out of 5 across 102 reviews. Solid, not spectacular. Some buyers report the runtime tightens up in dense, heavy accumulation, so if your winters regularly dump 8+ inches of wet snow, manage expectations. But for steps, walkways, and townhouse driveways, this is genuinely competent hardware at a price that doesn't insult you. Best value pick for light residential use. The question is whether the number one justifies spending more. It doesn't, because number one isn't a dedicated snowblower at all. It's a leaf blower, and that should bother you until you look at the numbers. The Growart Cordless puts out 630 cubic feet per minute and 160 miles per hour on a 21-volt platform with two 4.0 ampere-hour batteries included, at $69.99. That airflow figure isn't a rounding error. Many dedicated electric snow tools in this price tier don't touch it. On light to moderate snow, the kind most of you are actually dealing with, raw airflow wins. You're not excavating a driveway, you're clearing a dusting off a walkway, a car hood, a deck. 630 cubic feet per minute does that fast. The 2-battery setup gives you up to 30 minutes of runtime, swappable, so you're not standing around waiting. Over 1,200 buyers rated this 4.3 out of 5. That's not a fluke sample. Is it for wet, heavy, compacted snow? No. Walk away. But for the other 80% of winter mornings, this $69.99 leaf blower quietly outperforms tools that cost more and do less. That's the whole story. So here's where everything shakes out. Wild Badger and that leaf blower earn their spots. Real performance, honest prices, no fluff to hide behind. Ego and DeWalt? The specs look premium. The price tags definitely are. But the actual gap in results doesn't justify what you're paying. That's not a deal. That's a brand tax. Voltaq sits in the worst possible position. Too expensive to be a budget win. Not capable enough to beat the top two. Awkward. Skip the middle. The value is at the bottom of this list. The winner is at the top. And I'll tell you exactly which one gets the crown next. Here's the bottom line. Most homeowners don't need a dedicated snowblower. They need the right tool for what they actually have. Light sidewalk snow? The Wild Badger handles it cleanly. A dusting on the driveway? Your leaf blower already does that job. Bigger machines cost more, break more, and sit unused more. Bigger isn't better. It's just heavier. Buy the tool that matches your actual snow. Links are below. Current prices, no fluff. Subscribe if you want breakdowns that skip the marketing and get straight to what's actually worth your money.